The night settles gently over everything. The noise of the day fades until only the rain remains, falling softly against the window. You can almost hear your thoughts slowing down, the constant motion of the world easing into silence. It's in this quiet that something sacred begins to happen. Grace starts to fill the spaces that exhaustion left behind. You don't need to do anything to earn it. Grace simply arrives, the way the rain arrives, falling on all things equally. It finds you where you are tired, thoughtful, maybe even a little restless, and whispers that you can rest now. You've carried so much through the day, conversations that lingered in your mind, responsibilities that never seemed to end, emotions you couldn't explain. Yet here you are, breathing, existing, waiting for stillness. That waiting itself is holy. The Book of Ephesians reminds us that we are surrounded by grace, chosen and loved even before we know how to respond. That truth doesn't demand effort, it invites peace. Close your eyes for a moment and listen. Each drop of rain is like a heartbeat from heaven. Every sound outside seems to echo something within you, gentle, rhythmic, alive. You realize the world doesn't need your control right now. It continues on its own. The night is doing what nights do, restoring balance. Maybe this day wasn't perfect. Maybe your thoughts wandered too far into worry, or your patience ran thin. Maybe there were moments when you felt unseen. But grace does not measure days by success or failure. It simply covers them. It gathers the pieces of who you are and says, "This is enough." Take a slow breath in. Feel it travel through your body, the way light moves through water. Hold it for a moment, then let it go. Each breath is a reminder that God's presence is constant. You don't have to find it, you only have to notice it. There's a verse that says, "By grace you are saved through faith." Sometimes that feels abstract, but tonight it means something simple. You are safe to rest. You are allowed to stop. You can let your guard down. Imagine that every thought drifting through your mind is like a leaf falling into the rain. You don't have to chase any of them. Let them float away. Let the water carry them wherever it wants. The thoughts will still exist somewhere, but they no longer need to belong to you tonight. The room is dim. The air is cool. The rain continues without hurry. And in this space between wakefulness and sleep, you are reminded that grace always starts quietly. It doesn't arrive in thunder or lightning. It begins in the small things, in the soft exhale after a long day, in the comfort of knowing you're not alone. Think of how effortless rain is. It doesn't strive. It doesn't worry about where to fall or whether it's enough. It simply fulfills its purpose by being what it is. Maybe that's what peace looks like, being what you are, without pressure to be more. You were never asked to fix the world before resting. You were only asked to trust that God holds it while you sleep. Sometimes peace doesn't shout. It hums quietly beneath the surface of everything. If you listen, you can feel it, the invisible rhythm that has carried you through every season. Even now, in this stillness, that rhythm beats softly within you. As your breathing slows, imagine a gentle light moving through your mind, washing away the traces of stress. Every inhale draws in calm. Every exhale releases what's heavy. You don't need to be perfect to deserve this calm. You simply need to be willing to let it find you. There is beauty in surrendering control. It's not giving up. It's giving in to love, to grace, to the realization that you don't have to earn the right to rest. The universe has already given it to you. Tonight, you can claim it. Let your mind wander to moments of kindness from today, no matter how small. A smile, a word, a quiet act of patience. Let gratitude rise from those memories like warm light. Gratitude doesn't erase fatigue, it transforms it. It reminds you that there is still good in the world and that you are part of it. The Book of Ephesians speaks of being rooted and grounded in love. That's what this moment is. You are sinking into the soil of love, not the kind you have to chase, but the kind that exists beneath everything steady, nourishing, unconditional. The rain is steady now. It doesn't demand attention, it offers it. The rhythm becomes part of you, guiding you toward deeper calm. You start to realize that grace isn't something that happens outside of you, it's already within. The same stillness that moves through the night moves through your soul. You don't have to understand it. You don't have to name it. Just feel it, the peace that doesn't depend on circumstances, the calm that exists beyond thoughts. If your mind tries to return to the noise of the day, that's okay. Gently bring it back here, to the rain, to the breath, to the awareness that you are being cared for. Everything that matters is already safe in hands greater than yours. Grace means you don't have to earn your place in the world. It means you already belong. And tonight, belonging looks like resting. Let the body grow heavy against the bed. Let the muscles release the memory of movement. Let the heart beat slower. Every part of you knows what to do now. The night will hold you. If peace had a sound, it would sound like this, the slow, endless rhythm of rain meeting earth, reminding you that even the sky needs to let go sometimes. As you drift closer to sleep, whisper quietly to your own heart, I am enough. I am loved. I am safe. These aren't affirmations to repeat, they are truths to remember. Let that awareness settle deep within you. Feel the tension leave your body, the mind unclench, the spirit open just a little more. You are here in this moment, exactly where you need to be. And as the night deepens, let the words of your heart echo softly, almost like a prayer without sound. Thank you for the day. Thank you for the rest. Thank you for the grace that begins anew each night. The rain will keep falling even as you sleep, and that's the promise. Life continues, peace remains, grace endures. Sleep now, peacefully and fully. The night begins with grace and it ends with love. There's a moment, somewhere between wakefulness and rest, when the noise of the world finally quiets and you can hear something deeper, the sound of being loved. It isn't loud. It doesn't ask for attention. It's steady and constant, like the heartbeat of creation itself. Tonight, as you lie there and listen to the rain, let that truth settle into you. You are loved. Not for what you've done, not for what you'll do tomorrow, but simply because love has chosen you. Before your first breath, before your first mistake, before your first thought, love already said yes to your existence. The Book of Ephesians speaks softly about this kind of love, the kind that existed before the foundation of the world. Imagine that for a moment. Before stars were lit, before oceans had names, God had already decided that you would be. You were not an accident or an afterthought. You were an intention. And maybe tonight that's all you need to hear. You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to perform or strive. You only have to rest in the truth that you are already enough. Think about how the rain falls evenly, patiently, on all things. It doesn't favor one place over another. It nourishes what is open to receive it. Love works the same way. It reaches you wherever you are willing to let it in. Even in moments when you feel undeserving, love waits patiently outside the door of your heart, never leaving, never rushing. Take a breath and let that awareness sink deeper. The body may still feel the weight of the day, but the spirit begins to feel lighter. The mind softens as the soul remembers where it belongs. Sometimes we grow up believing love must be earned through success, through strength, through doing everything right. But Ephesians whispers the opposite. You are loved long before you ever had the chance to earn it. And nothing you do can make that love disappear. Let the thought of that bring you peace. You are safe to rest because love isn't conditional. It doesn't depend on your mood, your mistakes, or your plans. It just is. When you look back on the moments that shaped you, the laughter, the heartbreak, the waiting, can you see how love was quietly present through all of it? Sometimes it came through people, sometimes through silence, sometimes through things that didn't make sense until much later. But it was always there. Even tonight, that same love is holding you. Not judging, not demanding, just being. There's a verse that says, we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus. The word workmanship means something carefully made, something formed with purpose. You were not mass-produced. You were crafted, shaped by the hands of love itself. You might not feel extraordinary, but existence itself is extraordinary. Every cell in your body is a reflection of divine creativity. The way your breath moves, the way your heart beats without instruction, these are small miracles we forget to notice. Close your eyes and notice the simplicity of being alive. The rain outside, the steady rhythm of your breathing, the warmth beneath your blanket, all of it is grace. All of it is proof that love continues to sustain you, moment by moment. Maybe today you didn't feel chosen. Maybe life felt heavy and you questioned your place in the world. That's okay. Even the strongest faith grows tired sometimes. But love doesn't tire. Love doesn't quit. When you stop chasing it, you'll realize it never left. Think about how the moon lights the sky. It doesn't create its own light, it reflects it. You don't have to manufacture worthiness. You simply reflect the love that already exists in you. The rain softens again, and the night feels wider. You realize that nothing in creation doubts its purpose. The trees don't question their shape. The ocean doesn't apologize for its tide. The stars don't compete for brightness. And you, too, can rest without comparison. You can exist without explanation. Let go of the thought that you must become someone different to deserve peace. Let go of the idea that rest must be earned. You are chosen in love, and that means you are chosen for rest too. Love has always known you, every thought, every flaw, every fear. And still, it chooses you. That's the miracle. That's what Ephesians means when it says we are rooted and grounded in love. Roots don't argue with the soil. They simply grow deeper into it. Let yourself grow deeper into peace now. The soil of grace is beneath you. You are supported even when you can't see how. If your mind drifts toward doubt, bring it gently back to the sound of the rain. Each drop is a reminder that love is still falling. It hasn't stopped since the beginning of time. Maybe you've been waiting for a sign that you are on the right path. This is it, this quiet, this stillness, this unexplainable calm that settles over you as you listen. You're exactly where you need to be. Whisper softly in your heart, I am chosen. I am loved. I am not forgotten. Feel how those words shift something within you. They are not affirmations you force. They are truths you uncover. Every time you breathe tonight, imagine grace moving through you, restoring, forgiving, renewing. The mind slows, the body softens, and the spirit expands just enough to let peace in. This love doesn't ask you to stay awake to earn it. It invites you to sleep and trust. It will still be here when morning comes. You were chosen in love before time began, and you will remain loved beyond time's end. That is the truth the night wants you to remember. So close your eyes. Let the rain fade into the background of your dreams. Let peace wrap itself around you like a soft blanket. You don't have to understand everything tonight. You only have to rest in what is true. You are chosen. You are loved. You are safe. And that is enough. The night grows deeper now. The rain has settled into a gentle rhythm, a kind of heartbeat that the world seems to follow. You can almost feel the peace in the air, quiet, patient, alive. It's the kind of silence that isn't empty but full of meaning. Grace has many layers. Sometimes it feels like forgiveness. Sometimes it feels like a warm presence wrapping around your thoughts. But tonight, it feels like abundance. Not the abundance of things, but the abundance of peace, the fullness of calm that reaches even the corners of the heart you didn't know were tense. The letter to the Ephesians speaks of the riches of His grace. What a beautiful phrase, not the scarcity of His love, not the limit of His kindness, but the riches. It means there's more than enough for everyone. Enough mercy for every regret, enough patience for every failure, enough peace for every anxious thought. You don't have to compete for it. You don't have to deserve it. You only have to notice it. Take a slow breath. Feel how even the smallest breath is a form of abundance, air given freely, rhythm sustained without effort. Life itself is proof that you are already living inside grace. Maybe today you felt drained, like your energy was scattered across too many things. You tried to do everything right, but something still felt incomplete. That's okay. The truth is, we were never meant to fill ourselves by striving. We are filled by receiving. Grace doesn't come to the one who achieves, it comes to the one who allows. Think of the rain again, it never asks permission. It simply gives. It covers roofs, trees, windows, and rivers, asking for nothing in return. The earth doesn't earn the rain, it opens to it. You too can open. Close your eyes for a moment and picture every drop as a blessing. Some land on dry ground, others on flowing rivers, but all of them carry the same purpose, to renew what is tired. That's what grace does. It finds the dry places inside you and makes them bloom again. The abundance of God isn't about having more. It's about needing less worry, less fear, less comparison. Peace grows where scarcity ends. Maybe you've spent years believing that peace is something you reach once everything is solved. But grace invites you to rest before the solution comes. It whispers you are already safe. There's something healing about realizing that you already have enough time to breathe, enough light to see the next step, enough love to soften your edges, enough grace to cover the day that just passed. Let that sink in. You already have enough. As you listen to the rain, let gratitude rise slowly. Think about the unseen ways you've been carried through difficulties you didn't think you'd survive. Think about the quiet miracles that never made headlines, the comfort that arrived at the right time, the peace that came without explanation, the strength that appeared when you had none left. Those moments are the riches of His grace. You didn't manufacture them. You received them. Sometimes grace doesn't look like what we expect. It's not always light through clouds or sudden revelation. Sometimes it's just the ability to keep going. Sometimes it's the silence that protects your peace when you don't have words left. Sometimes it's a small reminder, a sound, a verse, a whisper that you are not alone. Let this rain be that reminder tonight. It's steady, endless, gentle, the sound of enough. If your mind tries to wander toward worry, guide it gently back to gratitude. Gratitude doesn't deny pain, it transforms it. It reminds the soul that even in the valley, there's beauty worth noticing. Take another slow breath. Feel how grace moves with the rhythm of your breathing, filling, releasing, filling again. The cycle itself is abundance. Nothing forced, nothing withheld. You are surrounded by invisible blessings. You don't have to see them to rest in them. There's a quiet verse that says, He is able to do immeasurably more than we ask or imagine. Maybe that more isn't about success. Maybe it's about peace. Maybe the miracle isn't in getting what you want, but in realizing you can finally rest without needing more. Peace isn't the absence of trouble. It's the presence of something greater. And that something, that presence, is here with you now. Let go of the idea that you must earn every good thing. Rest in the truth that goodness has already chosen you. The riches of grace are not stored somewhere distant. They flow through the ordinary moments, the warmth of your blanket, the breath in your lungs, the steady heartbeat of time moving gently forward. There's no rush tonight. You are not behind. You are exactly where grace has led you to be. If you could see your life from above, you'd notice how even the crooked paths form a beautiful design. Grace doesn't erase imperfection. It makes beauty out of it. It turns the fragments into patterns, the storms into growth, the silence into sanctuary. Let that awareness soften you. You don't have to have everything figured out to be whole. You don't have to be fearless to be faithful. You only have to rest in what is true, that love still covers you, that peace still reaches you, that grace is still enough. As you drift closer to sleep, imagine the rain turning into light, each drop reflecting something you've been given: patience, mercy, strength, forgiveness, hope. These are the riches that never fade. You can let go of the day now. You don't need to hold on to its noise. The night knows what to do. It heals without your permission. Grace has already begun its work. Rest in that. You are surrounded, sustained, and filled by more than you can measure, the quiet riches of His grace. Sleep in that truth tonight. The rain falls again tonight, steady and sure, as if heaven itself remembers something we've forgotten, that everything in creation moves together. The trees, the air, the clouds, the rhythm of the water, all of it connected, each part echoing the same pulse. When you slow down enough to listen, you realize that peace isn't something you create alone. It's something you join. The same spirit that holds the world together is the one that breathes quietly within you. The night isn't separate from the morning, and you are not separate from the one who made you. There's a quiet truth that flows through the letter to the Ephesians, that we are called into one spirit, one hope, one faith. Not to erase who we are, but to remind us that we belong to something far greater than our individual stories. You can feel it in moments like this, when the noise fades and the stillness feels almost alive. It's not emptiness, it's connection. The same peace that steadies the rain steadies your heartbeat. The same breath that moves through the wind moves through your lungs. You are part of something continuous, something infinite, something kind. Take a slow breath now. Inhale deeply. Hold it for a moment. Then let it go. As you breathe out, imagine every worry, every comparison, every tension you've carried leaving your body with the air. You don't need to hold it anymore. The Spirit within you already knows how to restore balance. Unity doesn't mean sameness. It means harmony, different notes creating something beautiful when played together. You are one of those notes. The world is full of others. Together, we form a melody that God never stops hearing. Sometimes life feels divided. People misunderstand. Voices clash. But even in the noise, grace keeps weaving us back together. You've probably felt it, that quiet nudge to forgive, that small spark of compassion for someone who hurt you, that moment when pride softens into understanding. That's unity being reborn. There's a verse that says we are bound together in peace. It's not a command, it's a truth about how we were designed. Peace is the natural state of a soul that remembers it's connected to everything good. When you forget, life feels heavy. But when you remember, it feels light again, effortless, like breathing. The rain outside is proof of that connection. It falls everywhere, on cities and forests, on people and animals, on earth and sea. It doesn't choose. It gives equally. That's what love looks like when it becomes action. It doesn't measure who deserves it. It simply gives. Tonight, as you rest, imagine that same giving spirit washing through your mind. Let go of everything that isolates you, the judgments, the doubts, the fear that you are separate or less. You are not outside of peace. You are made of it. Even when the world feels divided, unity still exists beneath the surface. Like roots beneath the soil, unseen but strong, the Spirit connects every heart that seeks love, every mind that seeks truth. You don't need to build connection. It's already there. You only need to notice it. Think of the people who have crossed your path. Some stayed, some left, some blessed you, some challenged you. But all of them shaped you. That too is unity. Even the hard moments carry meaning when you see them through the lens of grace. If tonight you feel lonely, remember this. The same Spirit that comforts you right now is comforting someone else too, maybe miles away, maybe on the other side of the world. The same peace that wraps around you like a blanket is wrapping around another soul in need of rest. You are never truly alone when you rest in love. You don't have to reach for God tonight. He's already here in the breath, in the stillness, in the quiet hum beneath the sound of the rain. Sometimes we think faith means climbing upward, searching for light in the sky. But sometimes faith is simpler realizing that the light is already around you, already within you. You are not chasing the divine, you are resting in it. Let your thoughts slow again. Let the night's rhythm carry you. The Spirit doesn't rush. It moves slowly, gently, like water shaping stone. You can trust that movement. Even when you can't feel it, it's working, softening hard places, healing quiet wounds, uniting what was once broken. If a painful memory appears, don't push it away. Let grace meet it. Let love reinterpret it. You don't need to rewrite your story. You only need to understand it through compassion. Every mistake, every regret can be part of something beautiful when seen through the lens of unity. The Spirit doesn't divide your life into moments of failure and success. It sees only growth. Every season matters. Every night has its purpose. You may not realize it, but by simply being still tonight, you are participating in something sacred, the restoration of harmony inside yourself. You are aligning your rhythm with the rhythm of peace. Close your eyes. Let the sound of the rain become softer in your awareness, not distant but comforting. Each drop is a reminder that peace keeps falling, connection keeps flowing. Whisper silently to your heart, I am not separate. I am part of peace. Feel that truth expand inside you, dissolving every wall of isolation. The Spirit unites not by force, but by remembrance, helping you remember who you are and where you belong. And you belong here in this breath, in this moment, in this endless ocean of grace. Unity doesn't mean you lose yourself. It means you finally find the part of yourself that was connected all along. The part that loves without reason. The part that forgives easily. The part that trusts the process even when it's slow. That's the Spirit at work, quietly, consistently, lovingly. If you listen closely, you can hear it even now, beneath the rain, beneath your heartbeat, the sound of life moving together, the sound of heaven still whispering peace into the world. You are part of that whisper. You are part of that peace. Rest now. Let go of division. Let go of distance. Let the Spirit breathe freely through you, reminding you that you were never meant to carry the world alone. You were meant to rest in it as one beloved part of something infinite. Sleep peacefully tonight, united in spirit, surrounded by grace. There are nights when silence feels like a presence, soft, almost sacred. Tonight is one of those nights. The air is still, the rain has softened to a distant hum, and in this calm, you can almost sense something praying for you. Not in words, but in energy. A quiet desire that your soul may rest deeply and your heart be strengthened from within. There's a moment in the letter to the Ephesians where Paul prays not for comfort or success, but for strength inside the soul, for the kind of power that doesn't shout, that doesn't conquer, but simply endures. He prays that peace would take root in the heart, that love would dwell there fully. And that prayer still lives. It's not bound by time. It reaches anyone who needs it, anyone who's ever laid awake hoping for something unseen to hold them together. Tonight, that prayer reaches you. It asks for calm where anxiety has lived. It asks for light where doubt has lingered. It asks for rest where exhaustion has built its home. Sometimes strength doesn't look like motion. It looks like stillness. The ability to stop running, to stop resisting, and to let peace settle like rain on dry ground. The world tells you to stand tall, but grace sometimes tells you to lie down and trust that being held is also holy. Take a slow breath. Let it travel deep into your chest. Feel how it fills the empty spaces. That's life renewing itself within you, simple, rhythmic, divine. Strength begins there, in the breath, not in striving, but in surrender. When Paul prayed for inner strength, he wasn't asking for a shield against pain. He was asking for a heart that could remain open in the middle of it. That's what true peace looks like, not the absence of storms, but the calm within them. Maybe you've had days that felt heavy, when life asked more from you than you thought you could give. But somehow, you made it through. Maybe not with perfection, maybe not with clarity, but you're here, breathing, listening, still trying. That alone is proof of strength. The kind of strength that love gives isn't loud. It doesn't need to prove itself. It whispers, you can rest now. It knows when to fight and when to yield. The prayer of Paul is a reminder that there's a deeper source of energy within you, one that doesn't burn out when you stop working, one that doesn't depend on motivation or mood. It's the strength of being loved, of knowing you're not carrying the world by yourself. Let that truth move through you. You don't need to understand it. You only need to let it be real for a moment. You are not weak for needing rest. You are wise for recognizing it. There is a grace that moves in the unseen, holding together everything that feels fragile. You can't touch it, but you can feel it in the way the night stills your heart, in the way forgiveness softens your memories, in the way love keeps returning even after disappointment. That's the prayer working. It's not about words spoken. It's about peace released. Maybe tonight, your own prayers feel unfinished. Maybe you've run out of things to say. That's okay. Silence itself is prayer. The sigh, the tear, the quiet desire for rest, all of it is understood. Heaven translates emotion into language. You are heard even when you don't speak. When Paul prayed that you would be rooted and grounded in love, he was describing something unshakable, a foundation that no storm can move. Picture a tree planted deep in the earth. The rain falls, the wind bends it, but its roots hold fast. That's you. You bend, but you do not break. You rest, but you are never abandoned. Let your heart rest in that truth for a moment. You are not defined by what went wrong today. You are defined by the grace that keeps finding you anyway. If your mind starts wandering to unfinished tasks or unresolved feelings, gently bring it back to the breath. Feel the steady rise and fall, the miracle of rhythm within you. That's your spirit breathing peace into your body. That's the strength Paul prayed for, the ability to stay soft in a hard world. Think of the people you love. Think of the ones who have carried you with kindness, even in silence. You are part of a chain of prayer that never ends. The same love that flows through them flows through you, through everyone who has ever chosen peace instead of bitterness, forgiveness instead of pride. You are connected to something infinite. Maybe this prayer isn't just being said for you, maybe it's also being said through you. Every time you wish peace for someone else, every time you choose to listen instead of argue, to forgive instead of withdraw, you're continuing that same prayer. The one that started centuries ago still lives through every gentle heart. There's something beautiful about knowing that faith doesn't fade with time, it simply changes form. What began as a prayer from one heart now moves quietly through millions. And tonight, it rests here in you. Let that bring comfort. You don't have to fix anything before resting. You don't have to earn your peace by figuring everything out. The prayer for strength has already been spoken over you. It doesn't ask for more effort, only surrender. Close your eyes now. Imagine a light inside your chest, warm and soft, pulsing gently with each breath. That light isn't imagined, it's real. It's the life within you that refuses to go dark, even on difficult nights. It's love keeping you alive. If you could see your soul right now, you'd see it glowing. You'd see it held by something unbreakable. The prayer has reached you not in sound, but in presence. You don't have to repeat it. You don't even have to remember it. Just feel it, a calm knowing that you are seen, protected, loved. And when sleep begins to arrive, know this: it's not an ending. It's a continuation of that same prayer, whispered through dreams. Rest is the body's way of saying amen. So let the night carry you now. Let the rain become your lullaby. Let peace do what effort never could. The prayer has already been answered, not outside you, but within you. Rest now in the strength that comes from love, in the calm that comes from grace, in the peace that never leaves. Sleep deeply. You are held. There is something sacred about stillness. When the rain slows, when the night deepens, when even your own thoughts begin to whisper instead of shout, that's when the truth becomes clear. You don't have to search for peace anymore. It's already underneath you, holding you steady like roots beneath the earth. The Book of Ephesians speaks of being rooted and grounded in love. It's one of those phrases that feels simple, but the more you rest with it, the more you realize it's everything. Because to be rooted in love means you no longer chase belonging, you grow from it. Think about a tree. It doesn't rush to reach the sky. It doesn't panic when the wind comes. Its strength doesn't come from what you see above the ground. It comes from what's hidden beneath it. That's what love does. It anchors you quietly, unseen but unshakable. Tonight, as the sound of rain hums softly in the distance, imagine that same quiet strength growing inside you. You are rooted, even when you feel uncertain. You are grounded, even when life moves faster than your heart can follow. Sometimes you forget. Sometimes life feels like a storm, and your emotions sway like branches in the wind. But deep beneath all that movement, something holds you, something steady, patient, eternal. That's love. Not the kind you chase, not the kind that disappears, but the kind that has always been there. You don't have to reach for it. You only have to remember it. Close your eyes. Take a slow breath in. Feel it travel through you, steady and sure. That breath, that calm, is proof that you are connected to something far greater than fear. You don't have to understand everything to be at peace. You only need to rest in what's true, that you are loved deeply, endlessly, without condition. Love is not a reward. It's a foundation. You've been through so much to get here, moments of joy, moments of loss, times when you felt invisible, times when you felt carried. Each of those moments has deepened your roots. Even the pain that once felt unbearable taught your soul how to hold on, how to grow deeper instead of giving up. Every tear watered something. Every disappointment softened the ground. Every small act of faith, even the quiet ones no one saw, strengthened what holds you. You are not fragile. You are rooted. Even when you bend, you don't break. Even when the world feels unstable, you have an anchor inside of you that doesn't move. It's easy to forget that in the middle of life's noise. The world often tells you that value comes from being noticed, being loud, being more. But love teaches the opposite, that your worth comes from simply being. You don't have to perform to stay planted. You don't have to earn what was given freely. Let the rain outside remind you, everything grows in silence. The roots do their work where no one sees. The most important parts of you, faith, peace, forgiveness, grow the same way. Quietly, slowly, without applause. Take another breath. Feel how the air fills your lungs easily, without effort. That's grace. You don't command it, you receive it. When Paul wrote about being rooted in love, he was talking about stability, not the kind that comes from controlling everything, but the kind that comes from knowing you are already safe no matter what happens. That's what the night is offering you now. Safety, stillness, grounding. You don't need to be anyone else in this moment. You don't need to fix the past or predict the future. You are already enough for this breath, for this silence, for this peace. If your mind starts to wander, gently bring it back to the image of the roots. See them spreading deeper with every heartbeat, weaving through the earth of grace. You are supported from beneath, not by your own strength, but by love itself. When you doubt yourself, remember, trees never see their roots, yet they trust them completely. You can do the same. You can rest in what holds you even when you can't see it. Maybe tonight you feel like you've lost direction, like you're standing still while the world moves ahead. But stillness isn't failure. It's growth happening underground. God doesn't rush your becoming. He allows your soul to grow quietly, unseen, until one day you realize you've become strong in ways you never noticed. Every time you forgive, you grow deeper. Every time you choose kindness over anger, you grow deeper. Every time you let go of control and breathe instead, you grow deeper. Roots don't make noise, but they hold everything together. Let love hold you now. Let grace wrap around you like soil around roots, steady, grounding, warm. The rain continues its rhythm, unhurried, unforced. Each drop nourishes the earth, just as peace nourishes your spirit. You don't have to be perfect to belong. You already do. The love that roots you isn't delicate. It's strong enough to withstand every season, even the dry ones, even the cold ones. Let yourself rest in that truth. You are safe to be still. You are safe to rest. You are safe to trust that what's unseen is still working for your good. The night isn't empty. It's full of quiet growth. Your roots are drinking peace tonight. When morning comes, you may not see the change, but it will be there, subtle, deep, real. Because every moment you choose peace, you grow stronger. Every moment you let love in, you grow deeper. So rest now. Let go of what pulls you away from calm. Let your heart sink into the soil of faith, the ground of grace, the endless warmth of love. You are rooted. You are held. You are safe. The rain will keep falling softly through the night, reminding you that even when all seems still, life continues beneath the surface. Growth never stops. Love never leaves. Sleep peacefully, knowing that what holds you is stronger than what shakes you. You are rooted in love, and love never fails. There is a kind of strength that does not shout. It doesn't need to be seen to exist. It doesn't rely on applause, attention, or proof. It's the kind that lives deep within you, waiting quietly beneath the noise of everyday life, holding you up when you think you might fall. It's not the strength of the body, but of the spirit, the kind that stays when energy fades and words fail, the kind that whispers instead of roars. That is the strength within, the one the letter to the Ephesians speaks about, the strength that grows from the spirit inside you, renewing your heart, steadying your mind, reminding you that you are never alone. Sometimes you forget that strength exists because it doesn't always feel like power. It often feels like survival, like breathing through tears, staying kind when the world turns harsh, forgiving when bitterness feels easier, or choosing to hope again when everything seems uncertain. It's the quiet decision to keep loving, to keep believing, to keep waking up each morning even when yesterday left you tired. That is the kind of strength that heaven honors, the kind that no one else may see, but God never overlooks. Tonight, that strength is still here, waiting to rise. You don't have to earn it or awaken it. You only have to rest long enough to notice it. Take a deep breath and let it fill your chest. Feel how your body moves with life, how air enters and leaves without effort. You don't command it to happen, it simply does. That same invisible grace that sustains your breath sustains your courage too. It never left you. It only waits for you to remember. You've survived so many nights like this before. Nights when worry whispered too loudly, when hope felt far away, when your heart seemed to carry too much. But you made it here. You're still breathing, still open, still trying. That is strength. It doesn't matter how polished or graceful your faith looks. What matters is that you still have it. Sometimes strength means standing tall. Other times it means lying down and trusting that being held is enough. The oak tree doesn't fight the storm, it bends with the wind. The waves don't resist the current, they move in rhythm with it. Maybe strength tonight is not in pushing harder, but in letting go a little more. Close your eyes and listen to the rain. Notice how steady it is, constant, gentle, unhurried. It doesn't try to prove its purpose. It simply falls and nourishes the earth. The same is true of your soul. You don't have to perform strength. You only have to live in it. You only have to be. The strength within you doesn't come from confidence. It comes from connection, from knowing that you are part of something infinite, something kind, something divine. You are made of the same love that created the stars, and that love never runs out. There are seasons in life when your strength feels hidden, buried beneath layers of exhaustion or doubt. But even then, it remains. It grows quietly beneath the surface, like roots in winter. The tree may look bare, but its life is deep in the soil, gathering energy for spring. You are the same. You may feel weary now, but within you, renewal is already happening. Even rest is part of your strength. Even silence is holy. You don't have to keep fighting every thought that passes through your mind. Let them move like clouds across the night sky. You don't have to chase peace. You only have to stop running from it. Faith doesn't always feel like joy. Sometimes it feels like stillness, like waiting, like trusting that the morning will come even when you can't yet see the horizon. Take another breath and let it remind you that you are sustained. You are not responsible for holding the world together tonight. You only have to hold space for grace. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. Let the muscles around your eyes soften. The spirit that strengthens you does not demand perfection. It offers rest. That's where true strength is found, not in how long you can stand, but in how deeply you can surrender. Maybe tonight you feel fragile, like a glass that's been carried too long. That's okay. Fragility is not failure. It's proof that you've been brave enough to feel. The light within you doesn't need to be fierce to be real. It only needs to stay lit. Picture that light now, a warm glow in the center of your chest, steady and unwavering. It doesn't flicker because of fear. It stays because of love. Even when you doubt, it remains. Even when you're uncertain, it continues to burn quietly. That's the strength within you. It doesn't depend on how much you believe in it. It exists because grace believes in you. Think back on the times you thought you wouldn't make it, and yet you did. Think about the days that tested your patience, the nights that stretched your faith, the moments that forced you to begin again. And yet, here you are, still breathing, still healing, still open to light. The world might have bruised you, but it didn't break you. That's what strength really looks like. Not the absence of pain, but the persistence of love through it. Every scar you carry tells a story of survival. Every lesson carved into your heart is proof that you didn't give up. The spirit within you is not interested in perfection. It's interested in growth. It transforms pain into wisdom, confusion into compassion, fear into clarity. Let it work now, quietly, in the stillness. You don't have to do anything for it to happen. You don't have to pray the perfect words or find the perfect thought. You only have to rest in awareness that you are being renewed. The same spirit that strengthened hearts thousands of years ago still strengthens yours tonight. Not to make you invincible, but to make you whole. Let the night hold you. Let the rain sing its quiet song. Let your breathing become your prayer. Inhale peace. Exhale release. You don't need to understand every mystery to feel secure within it. The one who created you understands you fully, even when you don't understand yourself. The strength within is not yours to build, it's yours to remember. You are part of a greater rhythm, the same rhythm that keeps the tides moving, the seasons changing, and life continuing. Even now, that rhythm hums quietly through your being. It says, you are held, you are safe, you are strong. If tears come, let them. They are not signs of weakness, but the body's way of releasing what no longer belongs. They make room for peace to settle deeper. And peace always finds you when you stop running. You don't have to wait for morning to feel better. Light already exists within you, even in the middle of the night. Every breath is a sunrise of its own. Every moment of stillness is a reminder that renewal is already happening. So breathe again. Rest again. You are doing enough simply by being. Let go of what your mind says you must fix. There is nothing broken here, only things being rearranged by grace. You are becoming stronger not by force, but by faith. Every breath you take in this silence feeds that strength, grows that light, and roots you deeper in calm. When morning comes, you won't need to force joy. You'll simply feel lighter because what was heavy tonight will have been lifted while you slept. The strength within never sleeps. It watches. It restores. It keeps you safe through the dark, guiding you gently back to peace. Rest in that. Let go of the day. Let go of the noise. Let go of the need to be more. You already are. You are loved. You are carried. You are complete. The night is not your enemy. It's your healer. The rain outside, the calm inside, the breath in your chest. All of it is working together to remind you that you are sustained by something eternal. You don't have to be strong tomorrow. You are strong now. Strong enough to rest. Strong enough to let go. Strong enough to trust that what's unseen is still working for your good. Sleep now. You are safe. You are held. You are enough. There is something about the night that makes us remember how powerful light really is. When everything is dark and still, even the smallest glow feels sacred. A candle, a distant star, the soft reflection of the moon on the rain. It's all enough to remind us that no darkness is ever complete. There is always a light somewhere, waiting quietly, steady, and alive. That same truth lives inside you. You've walked through nights that felt endless, through moments that seemed to dim every bit of hope, through seasons when faith felt out of reach. But the letter to the Ephesians reminds us that light is not something you chase. It's something you already are. You don't have to find it. You only have to uncover it. The Spirit has placed it within you since the beginning, and no shadow, no doubt, no mistake has ever been able to put it out. Maybe you've been living under the weight of thoughts that told you otherwise. Maybe they whispered that you were too far gone, too tired, too lost. But the light within doesn't vanish when you forget it. It waits patiently until you remember. It's patient like God's love, eternal like His grace, and gentle like the first ray of dawn after a long night. Take a slow breath and let the sound of the rain guide you inward. Feel how every drop that falls seems to cleanse the air, washing away the tension that clings to you. Imagine that same cleansing happening inside your soul, clearing space for peace, for light, for the awareness that you are not walking in darkness anymore. You may still be surrounded by it, but you are not part of it. You carry something brighter. There's a difference between being in the dark and being of the dark. The night around you is only temporary. The light within you is eternal. The darkness might whisper your fears, but the light reminds you of your truth. The darkness doubts, the light trusts. The darkness hides, the light reveals. And every time you choose peace, kindness, forgiveness, or patience, you walk in that light again. Sometimes walking in light means taking small, quiet steps. It's not always dramatic or certain. It's as simple as pausing before reacting, breathing before judging, praying before worrying. It's remembering that you don't have to see the whole path to move forward. You only need enough light for the next step. The rain outside has its rhythm, and so does faith. It doesn't demand instant clarity. It teaches trust through motion. You learn to walk in light not because you always know where you're going, but because you trust who walks beside you. Maybe tonight you feel like you've lost your direction, like you're standing in a fog of confusion. But even when you can't see far, the light of God's presence still surrounds you. You are not walking alone through this. His peace goes before you, His love steadies you, and His wisdom lights the way even when your eyes can't see it. You've probably noticed that darkness doesn't fight against light. It simply disappears when light enters. That's what grace does in the heart. It doesn't argue with your fears. It simply shines through them until they fade. So stop fighting yourself. You don't have to wrestle with what's broken. You only need to let light touch it. Healing happens in illumination, not in struggle. Think about the times you felt lost. Maybe you took a wrong turn, made a choice you regretted, or said something you wish you hadn't. Even then, light didn't abandon you. It followed you, quietly, patiently, waiting for the moment when you'd stop running and look up again. And when you finally did, you realized it was never gone. It was only hidden behind the clouds of your worry. The beauty of grace is that it never grows dim. The more you need it, the brighter it shines. Tonight, that grace surrounds you. It glows softly in this silence, inviting you to let go of guilt, of self-criticism, of the endless need to be perfect. You are already enough because you are already loved. When Paul spoke of walking in light, he wasn't speaking about perfection or rule-keeping. He was speaking about presence, the decision to live aware of the divine love already flowing through you. That awareness changes everything. It makes ordinary moments holy. It makes silence full. It turns rest into worship. You don't have to light the whole world. You only have to let your corner shine. You only have to be faithful to what's in front of you, kind to those around you, gentle with yourself. The rest unfolds on its own. If you close your eyes now, you might see that light behind your eyelids, a soft gold that doesn't fade even when your eyes are shut. That's not your imagination. That's your reminder. You are not the darkness you've walked through. You are the light that survived it. And every scar you carry has reflected that light. Every mistake that taught you compassion, every heartbreak that made you softer, every prayer whispered through tears, all of it has been a lesson in illumination. Your light doesn't exist in spite of your pain. It exists because of it. The cracks in your story are not flaws. They are windows where grace shines through. Maybe tonight, walking in light looks like forgiveness. Maybe it looks like silence, like finally resting after a long season of striving. Maybe it's the simple act of saying, "I'm still here, and that's enough." Whatever it looks like for you, know this: you are not moving backward. Even your stillness is sacred when you're aware of the light that fills it. The rain outside begins to ease now, softer, more deliberate. It's as if creation itself exhales, releasing the tension of the day. You can do the same. Let the rhythm of your breath match the rhythm of the world around you. You are not separate from peace. You are part of it. If fear begins to speak again, let it. Let it talk until it grows tired of its own noise. You don't have to argue with fear when you know who you belong to. You are a child of light, and fear can't stay where love lives. Think of a lighthouse standing against the sea. The waves crash, the wind howls, the sky darkens, but the light doesn't panic. It doesn't try to fight the storm. It just shines, steady and sure, because that's what it was made to do. You are that lighthouse. The world doesn't need you to fix every storm. It just needs you to keep shining. The letter to the Ephesians reminds us that once we walked in darkness, but now we are light in the Lord. Not just carrying light, but being light. That's what grace does. It transforms you so completely that what once defined you no longer controls you. The past becomes a teacher, not a chain. The night becomes a canvas, not a cage. As you prepare to rest, remember that every act of love, every moment of gratitude, every quiet prayer adds brightness to the world. You may not see the difference, but heaven does. Every good thought, every gentle word, every time you choose peace over pride, it all adds to the glow that keeps humanity from falling into shadow. Let that truth comfort you. You are part of something eternal. You are connected to a chain of light that began before time and will continue long after tomorrow. Close your eyes now and imagine that light filling you completely, from your head to your chest, down your arms, to your hands, through your legs, to the soles of your feet. Imagine it spreading outward, touching the space around you, softening the air, calming your mind, healing your body. The light doesn't stop at the edge of you. It flows outward, blessing everything it touches. As you drift into sleep, that light continues to work. It restores what was tired. It renews what was dull. It strengthens what was weary. You don't have to direct it. You only have to rest. The world outside may stay dark for a while, but inside you, morning is already happening. The light within is rising, gentle and golden, bringing warmth to every hidden part of your being. You are not waiting for peace. It's been waiting for you. Let go of the day. Let go of the need to understand. Let the night be holy again. You are light. You are love. You are safe. Walk in that truth, even as you sleep. There's a quiet kind of strength that doesn't look like battle, yet it wins every fight that truly matters. It's not the strength that comes from shouting or forcing, but the one that comes from stillness, from faith, from the certainty that peace itself is a form of protection. The letter to the Ephesians speaks of the armor of God, but tonight, think of it as something softer, the armor of peace. This is an armor you wear to fight others. It's armor that keeps your heart safe from the weight of the world. It doesn't harden you, it steadies you. It allows you to walk through the storms of life without becoming one yourself. When you wear this armor, your spirit doesn't close, it opens. And in that openness, God moves. You may not realize it, but you've been wearing that armor for years. Every time you chose love over resentment, forgiveness over pride, patience over frustration. Every time you stayed kind in a world that rewards cruelty, You are protected by peace. That's what divine armor looks like. Invisible, but powerful. There are so many battles that never make a sound. The ones fought inside the mind, between fear and faith, between exhaustion and hope. But each time you choose calm instead of panic, you win something sacred. You reclaim your inner ground. You stand firm, not because you're unshaken, but because you know who holds you. Take a deep breath now. Feel the air enter slowly and leave even slower. That's your first layer of armor, awareness. Awareness is where peace begins. It's the shield that stops the noise of the world from entering too deep. When you are aware, you don't absorb everything that comes your way. You learn to let things pass through without losing yourself in them. Tonight, imagine your armor of peace taking shape, not as metal or stone, but as light, a soft, warm glow surrounding you from head to toe. It doesn't restrict you, it comforts you. It doesn't make you rigid, it helps you rest. It moves with your breath. With every exhale, it shines brighter, forming a quiet barrier between your soul and the chaos outside. This armor isn't made of strength in the usual sense. It's made of truth, faith, kindness, and calm. It's made of prayer and surrender. It's made of the quiet conviction that you are loved and guided even when the road ahead isn't clear. The truth is, peace has always been stronger than fear. You've seen it, how one calm voice can still a room, how one gentle word can change an entire day, how one person's forgiveness can stop a cycle of hurt that's lasted for years. That's the armor you carry. That's how heaven defends what's sacred in you. Sometimes it feels like life keeps throwing things your way, disappointments, delays, misunderstandings. You don't always know how to respond, and that's okay. The armor of peace isn't about knowing all the answers. It's about knowing you don't have to. You don't have to fight every battle. You don't have to explain every wound. Some things heal faster when you stop touching them. Peace doesn't ignore pain. It transforms it. It doesn't pretend there's no darkness. It simply refuses to let the darkness define you. That's the gift of faith, not the promise of a life without storms, but the assurance that you can sleep even while they pass overhead. Let that truth wash over you now. You are safe here. You are surrounded by peace, not because the world has quieted, but because you have. The spirit within you is your shield, not to block life, but to help you walk through it with grace. If your mind begins to wander to things left undone, let them go. You've done what you could for today. Rest is not surrender, it's strength. You're not quitting. You're recharging your soul, restoring your heart, preparing for a new dawn. The armor of peace grows stronger when you stop running from your feelings. Let them surface if they need to. Let the tears fall if they come. Tears don't weaken armor. They cleanse it. They wash away the dust of the day, leaving behind a soul that can feel freely again. You might not think of rest as protection, but it is. Rest tells your body that it's safe. It tells your heart that it can lower its guard. It tells your mind that not everything needs to be solved right now. In that stillness, peace begins to breathe again. Imagine yourself standing in a soft light. Around you, the air feels gentle, warm, filled with grace. That's what divine armor feels like. Not heavy, but freeing. It's not something you put on and take off. It's something you grow into. You've already been growing into it without noticing. Every prayer whispered through pain, every moment of silence when words failed, every time you let go of anger instead of feeding it. Those were the moments you were being clothed in peace. There's a reason Ephesians calls it armor, because peace isn't passive. It's powerful. It stands firm even when the world doesn't. It protects your joy from bitterness, your heart from cynicism, your soul from despair. Peace doesn't avoid conflict. It carries calm through it. You can be in the middle of a storm and still feel centered because you know what's holding you together isn't external. It's divine. It's within. Take another slow breath. Let the air move through you like a prayer. Each inhale says, I am safe. Each exhale says, I am free. That's how you keep the armor of peace alive, by remembering that calm is not something you find. It's something you cultivate. Think of all the things that once broke you and how they don't anymore. Think of how much softer your heart has become, not weaker, but wiser. You are stronger now, not because you learned to fight better, but because you learned when not to. You learned that peace is not retreat, it's mastery. The rain outside continues its gentle rhythm. It's almost like a heartbeat, steady, patient, constant. That's what peace sounds like. It doesn't rush. It doesn't demand. It simply exists. Let that rhythm sink into you now. Let it anchor your thoughts and quiet the noise inside. If tomorrow brings challenges, you'll meet them differently. Not with fear, but with understanding. Not with panic, but with presence. You'll carry this calm like light in your hands, letting it guide every word, every reaction, every step. You don't need to armor yourself with walls or defenses anymore. You are already protected by love. You are guarded by grace. And no force in the world can take that away from you. Rest now in that safety. The Spirit keeps watch while you sleep. You are covered, surrounded, embraced. The same peace that guarded hearts centuries ago guards yours tonight. Let your last thoughts be gentle ones. Let gratitude replace worry. Let silence replace striving. You are not at war with life. You are learning to walk in harmony with it. The armor of peace doesn't end the storms, but it lets you stand still in the rain and smile. Because now you know that the one who created peace didn't just give it to you. He became it within you. And that means wherever you go, even into the darkest night, peace goes with you. Sleep now, calm and safe. The armor of peace holds you. The Spirit surrounds you. The night protects you. And love itself keeps watch until morning. There's a moment after the noise fades and the day finally exhales, when the soul begins to listen. The world outside might still hum faintly, but inside, something quiet unfolds. The rush of thoughts softens, the pulse slows, and you start to realize that peace isn't something you wait for. It's something that's been here the entire time. The heart, weary from striving, begins to rest. It no longer tries to fix every broken thing or answer every question. It doesn't chase perfection anymore. It remembers presence. And in that remembering, it finds God again, not as an idea, but as a feeling. A presence that fills the silence like air fills the lungs, gently, completely, without force. Tonight, you don't have to do anything more. You don't have to prove your faith, your worth, or your strength. You've done enough. You've prayed, you've tried, you've given, you've endured. Now it's time to rest, not just physically, but deeply spiritually. The kind of rest that doesn't just refresh the body, but reawakens the soul. Take a slow, deep breath. Let it fill your chest, and then let it go. Feel the weight of the day loosen its grip. Every worry, every expectation, every unfinished thought can wait. They are not yours to carry through the night. The Spirit that guided you through this day will still be working while you sleep. That's the mystery of grace. It continues even when you don't. It doesn't need your control to unfold its purpose. You can step back now because love doesn't stop when you rest. It only grows quieter, gentler, more intimate. Sometimes, the greatest act of faith is simply lying down and trusting that you're being held. There is something sacred about surrender, about saying, "I've done all I can, and now I let it be." It's not giving up. It's giving in to peace. You're not abandoning your journey. You're allowing it to unfold in its divine rhythm. The heart that learns to rest is the heart that learns to trust. It doesn't need constant reassurance. It doesn't panic in silence. It knows that silence is often where God speaks the loudest. Not in thunder, not in lightning, but in whispers, the kind that calm the storms rather than create them. The letter to the Ephesians reminds us to stand firm, but it also reminds us to be still. Strength isn't always about movement. Sometimes it's about stillness, the ability to stay grounded in peace even when life feels uncertain. Tonight, as you listen to the rain, imagine your heart slowing to match its rhythm. Every drop that falls carries away another layer of tension. The earth doesn't resist the rain, it receives it. Do the same. Receive this moment. Let it soak into you, every sound, every pause, every breath. You are safe here. Peace is not found in the absence of storms, but in the awareness that you're never alone in them. Even when the night feels long, it's only the shadow of something holy passing by. Think of how many nights you've survived, how many mornings have come after the darkness you thought would last forever. You've lived through everything that once scared you. That alone is proof that grace has never left your side. So tonight, stop replaying the what-ifs. Stop negotiating with regret. The past has already been spoken for, and the future is not yours to hold yet. What's left is now, this breath, this peace, this light rain falling gently outside your window. In this moment, there is nothing missing. You are complete, not because everything is perfect, but because you are perfectly loved. You don't have to pray in long sentences tonight. A single whisper is enough. A thought like "thank you" can carry the same weight as an entire psalm. God doesn't need words to know your heart. He feels it. He is already where you are. If tears rise, let them. They're not signs of weakness. They're the soul's way of cleansing itself. They carry what your words cannot. Every tear is a release, a letting go, a silent amen. You've been strong all day. You've held yourself together through more than anyone knows. Now let yourself fall apart in the most beautiful way. Not into despair, but into peace. The kind of falling that doesn't hurt, the kind that feels like being caught by love itself. The night holds no judgment. It welcomes every version of you. The tired one, the hopeful one, the uncertain one. They all belong here. They all deserve rest. You are allowed to stop trying to figure it all out. You are allowed to breathe without purpose. You are allowed to simply exist in the grace of this stillness. Close your eyes now. Imagine your heart glowing softly, like a lantern in the dark. Every beat sends out warmth first through your body, then into the space around you. The light grows slow and steady, wrapping you in peace. That's what happens when you rest. The spirit begins to expand, to fill every empty corner with calm. You are not falling asleep alone tonight. Peace sleeps beside you. Grace keeps watch. Love stands guard at the door of your thoughts, letting only truth enter. You are surrounded by presence, not an abstract idea, but something real and living, breathing in sync with your soul. Maybe, somewhere far away, someone else is praying for peace too. Maybe your rest tonight becomes their answered prayer. That's the beauty of spiritual connection. When one soul rests, it gives permission for others to rest too. This is what it means to be part of something greater. A world held together not by effort, but by grace. A creation that heals even while it sleeps. The heart at rest isn't idle. It's transforming. It's being renewed from the inside out, restored for what's ahead. Tomorrow will come, but it will bring its own strength with it. You don't need to borrow it now. All you need is to be still. Let the rain continue to sing its lullaby. Let the wind hum through the trees. Let the world soften around you. Every sound is a reminder that creation rests too. Even the sky needs time to reset. You are part of that rhythm, the divine pulse that slows when it's time to heal. You don't have to hold yourself up anymore. The one who made you is holding you now. Let that thought carry you into sleep. Let it wash away every last drop of tension. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not forgotten. You are simply resting in love, the most sacred place you could ever be. And when morning comes, you'll rise not because you forced it, but because peace lifted you. Your heart will know what to do, because it's been cared for through the night. You'll move gently, speak kindly, and breathe freely, not from obligation, but from overflow. Because a heart that has truly rested is a heart that can love without fear. Rest now, child of peace. The night is kind. The spirit is near. The world is quiet, and you are home. When morning begins to whisper through the night, before the sun even rises, something inside the soul starts to open. It's not your eyes that wake first, it's your heart. You can feel it quietly stretching, remembering what peace feels like, preparing to see the world again, not through worry, but through wonder. The letter to the Ephesians speaks of the eyes of the heart, and what a beautiful phrase that is. Because the heart does have eyes. They just see differently. They don't look at what is visible, they perceive what is true. They recognize meaning in silence, love in loss, strength in stillness. They see what the world often misses. Maybe that's what awakening truly is, not the mind becoming active, but the heart remembering how to see again. When the heart is open, everything changes. The same sky that looked ordinary yesterday suddenly feels alive. The same rain that once felt heavy now sounds like grace falling. The same challenges that seemed endless now seem like teachers dressed in disguise. That's what enlightenment means, not knowing everything, but recognizing the divine in what's already here. You don't need to search for light, you only need to notice it. It's been waiting patiently, hidden in the quiet corners of your life, the laughter that came after a long season of tears, the unexpected kindness of a stranger, the peace that arrived when you finally stopped trying to control everything. That's how light enters the heart, not all at once, but gently, moment by moment, revelation by revelation. Maybe tonight you've been lying here wondering when things will finally make sense. Maybe you've been asking for signs, for clarity, for proof that all your effort means something. But here's the truth. Sometimes the answer isn't given through events, but through vision. God doesn't always change the circumstances first. He changes the way you see them. When your heart's eyes open, you start to recognize that even the delays had purpose, that the silence wasn't punishment, that the unanswered prayers were actually redirections. You begin to see that grace was never absent. It was just operating behind the curtain, rearranging things quietly until the timing was right. That kind of understanding doesn't come from logic. It comes from stillness. It comes from resting long enough for your soul to hear again. That's why sleep is sacred. It's not just rest for the body, it's renewal for the spirit. While you slept, something inside you is being healed, adjusted, enlightened. Now, as the night deepens toward dawn, your spirit begins to see again. You don't have to rush this awakening. It's gentle, like the first light that touches the horizon. No sudden flash, no harsh glare, just a slow unfolding. Let it happen naturally. Let the eyes of your heart adjust to the brightness of truth. Take a deep breath. Notice how it feels different now, less forced, more alive. The air seems cleaner, softer, as if peace itself has oxygen. That's what happens when the heart begins to see again. Everything breathes differently. You start noticing beauty where before there was boredom, gratitude where before there was complaint, stillness where before there was stress. The eyes of the heart don't change what's outside, they change how you meet it. And when you start to see that way, you realize that God was never distant. He was hidden in the ordinary, in the taste of water, the warmth of a blanket, the steady rhythm of your breath. The sacred was never somewhere else, it was always here. It's easy to forget that when life feels dark. The eyes of the heart can get tired. Pain blurs the view, fear narrows the focus. You stop seeing clearly, and everything starts to look the same another day, another struggle, another prayer that doesn't seem to reach anywhere. But that's when grace does its best work. It doesn't rush in to blind you with light. It sits quietly beside you, waiting for the moment when you're ready to open your eyes again. That's what's happening now. The fact that you're listening, breathing, seeking peace, this is the heart reopening. Sometimes clarity doesn't come as answers. It comes as acceptance. You stop needing to know why and start trusting who. You remember that the one who holds the stars also holds your story. And you realize that even in the moments you thought you were alone, you were being carried. Take a moment to think about something that once broke you but now makes you wise. It could be a person, a memory, a loss. See how the light shines differently on it now. What once looked like failure now looks like redirection. What once felt like emptiness now feels like space for growth. That's the eyes of your heart seeing clearly again. The heart sees through love, not logic. That's why sometimes you can't explain peace to others. It's not meant to be explained. It's meant to be experienced. Tonight, that's your only task, to experience peace. Not to define it, not to earn it, but to let it exist. To let it fill you from the inside out, like sunlight through a stained glass window. Every color of your story, joy, pain, hope, uncertainty, glows differently when the light passes through. If your heart could speak right now, it might say, "Thank you." Not because everything is perfect, but because it understands now that perfection was never the goal, presence was. You've come so far, and yet you're still learning how to rest. That's okay. Enlightenment isn't a destination, it's a rhythm. It's the practice of returning to peace again and again, no matter how many times you forget. Let your thoughts slow down. Let your breath lead. Feel your body supported, your heart calm, your mind open. This is what divine rest feels like, the merging of peace and clarity. You don't need to see the whole picture tonight. It's enough to know that the artist is still painting. You are part of a masterpiece still unfolding. Sometimes the eyes of the heart open through loss, sometimes through laughter, sometimes through silence. But however they open, they always lead you back to love. That's where everything starts and ends, with love. It's the light that outlasts every night, the truth that remains after every question, the presence that never leaves even when everything else does. As the rain begins to quiet and the night deepens into stillness, feel that truth settle over you. The eyes of your heart are open now. You see not with fear, but with faith. Not with worry, but with wonder. The world hasn't changed, you have. And that's enough. The Spirit is still here, moving through the quiet, shaping tomorrow with gentleness. You don't need to know what's next. You only need to trust that whatever it is, light will meet you there. So rest again, now with new vision. Let gratitude fill the space where confusion once lived. Let peace take the place of effort. Let light guide your sleep. You are safe. You are loved. You are seen. And the eyes of your heart are finally open. Morning always comes quietly. It doesn't ask permission. It doesn't rush in shouting its arrival. It simply unfolds, one breath at a time, one ray of light after another, until the shadows begin to move aside. That's how grace works too. It never forces. It simply appears when you're ready to notice it. There's something sacred about the first few moments of a new day, when the mind hasn't yet remembered its worries and the heart is still soft from sleep. The world feels gentler then. The light seems cleaner. And for a brief moment, you can sense that life itself is offering you another chance to begin again, to see differently, to love better. Grace is like that. It meets you where you are, not where you think you should be. It doesn't wait for perfection. It comes to you in the middle of imperfection and whispers, "You're still loved." It's patient when you're tired, kind when you're hard on yourself, and strong when you feel weak. The letter to the Ephesians speaks of grace as a gift, something freely given, not earned. And maybe that's why it's so hard to accept sometimes. We've been taught to strive for everything, to prove our worth through effort. But grace doesn't work like that. It can't be achieved, it can only be received. This morning, grace isn't asking you to do more. It's asking you to stop, to breathe, to be still long enough to realize that everything essential is already here. The air you breathe, the warmth on your skin, the steady rhythm of your heart. All of it is grace in motion. You don't have to wait for the right moment to begin again. This is the moment. The day is new, and so are you. The past doesn't define what today can be. Every sunrise is a quiet resurrection. Every breath is an unspoken invitation to live lighter than before. Take a slow breath and feel it fill you with quiet energy. Let it awaken you from the inside out. Notice how even your body knows what renewal feels like. It inhales possibility and exhales release. You don't need to understand how. You only need to allow it. Maybe yesterday felt heavy. Maybe your heart carried too much. But the morning doesn't judge what happened in the dark. It only brings light. And that light is here now, falling softly over everything you thought was ruined, revealing that it was never as broken as it seemed. Grace doesn't erase the past, it redeems it. It turns scars into wisdom, regrets into compassion, endings into beginnings. It teaches you that your mistakes aren't final, they're just part of the journey that shaped you into someone who understands tenderness better. If you could see yourself the way grace sees you, you'd stop apologizing for being human. You'd stop calling yourself behind or unworthy. You'd see someone trying, learning, growing, becoming, and that's more than enough. You don't have to earn peace today. You don't have to fix everything before you can rest. You can rest now in the middle of becoming and let grace hold what you can't. There's something beautiful about the way the morning touches everything, the way it reaches even the quietest corners, the forgotten places. Grace does the same thing inside you. It finds the hidden parts, the weary thoughts, the old fears you thought you buried long ago, and it says, "Even here I belong." Let that sink in for a moment. Grace belongs everywhere, even in your doubts, even in your impatience, even in the moments you feel farthest from peace. You may not feel holy this morning, but holiness isn't a feeling, it's awareness. It's recognizing that the ordinary is sacred when you see it through love. The sip of water, the sound of rain, the slow rising of the sun, all of it is communion if you're paying attention. This is what it means to walk in grace, not to live perfectly, but to live presently. To remember that no matter how many times you fall, you rise again into the same love that's been waiting for you since the beginning. Take another deep breath and let gratitude move through you. Not the loud kind, not the kind that needs words, but the quiet kind that simply says, "Thank you. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for this chance. Thank you for this light that keeps finding me." Maybe your day ahead is full, or maybe it's uncertain. Either way, grace will go with you. It doesn't stay behind when you leave the stillness. It walks with you into every conversation, every decision, every moment that requires patience. You don't have to be perfect to carry peace. You only have to remember it. When you feel yourself getting lost in noise, come back to your breath. Grace is there. When you start to doubt your path, come back to gratitude. Grace is there too. There's a verse that says we are God's handiwork, created to do good things. And maybe the most beautiful good thing you can do today is to live gently, to treat yourself and others as if everyone you meet is carrying invisible battles, to offer patience instead of pressure, compassion instead of correction, presence instead of performance. The world doesn't need more perfection. It needs more peace. And that peace begins with you right here, right now, as you awaken slowly to the light of a new day. Look outside, even if just for a moment. The sky is never the same 2 mornings in a row. Every cloud, every color, every reflection is different. The Creator is still painting. And if creation hasn't stopped evolving, neither have you. Maybe that's the greatest grace of all, that life keeps moving, forgiving, renewing, even when you're not watching. As you prepare to step into this day, don't rush. Let it unfold. Carry the stillness of this moment like a quiet secret in your chest. Let it remind you that you don't need to match the world's pace to live meaningfully. You are enough even in stillness. You are guided even in uncertainty. You are held even in motion. The morning doesn't demand anything from you. It simply invites you to begin again. That's what grace does, it invites. It never forces. It simply opens the door and waits for you to step through. And as you do, remember this: grace doesn't run out. It doesn't expire when you fail or fade when you forget. It's constant. It's alive. It's you breathing right now in rhythm with everything that is. So let the light in. Let it wash over you like forgiveness, like warmth, like love rediscovered. Let it remind you that even in your smallest moments, heaven is near. You don't need to chase what's already found you. Grace is here. Grace is enough. And this morning, so are you. Peace is easy to feel when the world is quiet, when the morning is soft and slow, and the air feels full of calm. But the real beauty of peace is that it's not meant to stay only in those moments of silence. True peace follows you, through noise, through tension, through movement. It's not a place you visit, it's a presence you carry. The letter to the Ephesians speaks about keeping the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. Those words are more than advice. They are an invitation. They remind us that peace isn't something fragile that needs protection. It's something strong that protects you. It doesn't hide from the world. It travels through it. When you begin your day grounded in peace, you start to notice how different everything feels. The same conversations sound lighter. The same tasks seem simpler. The same people feel easier to love. It's not that the world changes. It's that you see it through calmer eyes. But even the calmest morning eventually meets the world's pace. The noise returns. The distractions begin. The to-do lists start whispering again. That's when peace becomes a practice. Not a passive feeling, but a gentle discipline. A rhythm you return to every time your thoughts start to scatter. Take a deep breath right now, the kind that reminds you that the Spirit still moves within you. That's where peace lives, not outside, not in perfect conditions, but inside your own breathing. Every inhale carries strength. Every exhale releases control. You don't have to manage the day alone. The truth is, life will test your peace. People will misunderstand you. Situations won't go your way. Plans will shift without warning. But when you remember that peace isn't dependent on circumstance, you become unshakable. You start responding instead of reacting. You listen more and worry less. You begin to live as if the calm within you is stronger than the chaos around you. That's what it means to carry grace into the day. It doesn't mean you won't feel tension. It means the tension won't own you. When Ephesians speaks of patience, gentleness, and humility, it's describing what peace looks like when it's lived. Patience is the pause before you speak. Gentleness is the tone you choose when you could be sharp. Humility is the quiet strength that lets you listen without needing to win. All of these flow from one source, the awareness that you are loved. When you know that love holds you, you stop demanding perfection from others. You stop needing every moment to go your way. You become easier with yourself, and that ease becomes contagious. You may not notice it at first, but people can feel it. They sense when someone walks into a room carrying stillness. It shifts the atmosphere. It reminds them of something they forgot, that peace is possible. Maybe you've met people like that, the kind who don't speak much but seem to radiate calm. They've learned what it means to be rooted in grace. They know that strength isn't found in being loud or right. It's found in being centered. That's the kind of person you're becoming. The world doesn't need more noise. It needs more souls like yours, grounded, peaceful, kind. Throughout your day, you'll have small chances to protect that peace. It could be when someone interrupts you, when a plan falls apart, when an old memory tries to bring back guilt. In those moments, you'll have a choice. You can fall into reaction, or you can breathe. You can hold your peace. Peace doesn't mean avoiding conflict. It means bringing compassion into it. It means seeing the humanity in others even when they forget yours. It means remembering that everyone is carrying their own unseen burdens, just like you. The letter says to bear with one another in love. That phrase isn't about tolerating people. It's about holding space for them. It's about realizing that grace is not a reward for good behavior. It's a bridge that keeps us connected even when we stumble. If at some point today you feel yourself losing your balance, stop for a moment. Look up, feel your feet on the ground. Listen for something steady, the sound of your breath, the hum of life around you, the rhythm of the rain if it's still falling. Those sounds are reminders that the world hasn't fallen apart. It's still turning, and you're still part of it. Sometimes peace looks like saying nothing. Sometimes it looks like smiling instead of arguing. Sometimes it looks like walking away from what no longer deserves your energy. None of these are weakness, they are wisdom. You don't have to explain your calm to people who thrive on noise. You just have to keep it. You just have to protect it like a flame in the wind, not by hiding it, but by holding it steady. Peace is holy work. It's not glamorous, and it doesn't always feel easy, but it changes everything. It heals relationships. It mends families. It restores minds. It turns ordinary moments into sacred ground. So as you move through this day, carry peace like a quiet secret in your chest. Let it shape your words, soften your eyes, and guide your steps. Let it be the invisible force that reminds you who you are, not someone reacting to the world, but someone renewing it from the inside. If you find yourself getting tired, return to gratitude. Gratitude is peace's twin. It keeps your spirit awake to goodness. It turns small moments into miracles. It transforms what's ordinary into what's holy. Think about something good right now, no matter how small. The sound of your breath, the light filtering through your window, the warmth of being alive. That's enough. That's grace disguised as simplicity. And if the day feels heavy, remember this. Peace doesn't disappear. It just gets quiet. It waits for you to slow down and notice it again. It's never gone. It's always beneath the noise, waiting to be found. When night comes again and the world slows down, you'll realize that every effort to hold peace was worth it. You'll feel the same stillness you began the day with, but deeper, not the peace of morning innocence, but the peace of evening wisdom. You will have seen things, felt things, carried things, but you'll still be standing in grace. You'll have spoken words that healed instead of hurt, made choices that restored instead of divided. And that's what it means to live in unity with the Spirit, to let peace not only comfort you, but move through you. As the day ends, your heart will be lighter, not because life was easy, but because you kept choosing calm. You kept your bond with peace intact. That's how heaven changes the world, one heart at peace at a time. So go gently today. Don't rush. Don't carry what isn't yours. Let grace walk with you. Let love speak through you. And let peace be your strength. Because no matter what happens, it's not the storm that defines the day. It's the calm you bring to it. The world is rarely quiet anymore. The days rush forward, filled with screens, voices, notifications, and plans. Everywhere you turn, something demands your attention. But in the middle of all that noise, there's still a rhythm, a hidden pulse beneath the chaos. It's the sound of life, the same sound that's been beating since the beginning of time. And if you listen closely enough, you'll hear something even deeper beneath it, the whisper of God. The letter to the Ephesians reminds us to live wisely, to make the most of every moment, to give thanks in all things. Those aren't just instructions for perfect days, they're lifelines for the loud ones. The days when your mind feels cluttered and your spirit feels thin. Because God doesn't wait for silence to speak. He speaks through it. You can find Him in the middle of motion, in the heartbeat of the world. He's in the breath you take while waiting in traffic, in the smile you offer a stranger, in the patience you choose when anger would be easier. You don't have to escape the world to find the divine. You just have to pause long enough to notice Him where you already are. Peace isn't the absence of sound. It's the ability to stay grounded when the noise grows loud. There's a story being written in every moment of your life, one you don't have to control, only to experience. You might think that God only meets you in sacred spaces, in churches, in prayer, in stillness. But He meets you in the middle of errands, in conversations, in laughter, in fatigue. His presence doesn't require perfection. It only requires awareness. When you start to see Him in the noise, everything changes. The ordinary begins to feel extraordinary. The rush of a busy street becomes music. The chatter of the crowd becomes harmony. Even your own breath begins to sound like worship. Take a deep breath now. Feel it move through your body like light moving through a window. That's how spirit enters, not with thunder, but with softness. Every inhale is an arrival. Every exhale is a surrender. That's prayer in motion. You don't need to run from the world to find peace. You need to carry peace into the world. That's what it means to walk wisely, as Ephesians says, to move slowly enough that your soul can keep up with your body, to let each moment be a doorway to gratitude instead of just another item on a list. Maybe today was loud. Maybe you've been trying to hold your peace together while everything around you pulls it apart. But here's the secret. Peace doesn't need silence to survive. It grows in the middle of sound. It grows in the practice of attention, when you notice small blessings even when life feels busy. Look around you now. Even if all you see is a room, a window, or the soft glow of a screen, there's still beauty here. There's still grace moving quietly beneath the surface. God's presence doesn't announce itself. It reveals itself to those who are willing to slow down enough to see it. The truth is, peace isn't something you lose. It's something you forget. And all forgetting needs is remembering. Remember what it feels like to breathe deeply. Remember what it feels like to let go. Remember that even when the world spins fast, your soul doesn't have to match its speed. When Ephesians speaks about giving thanks, it's not talking about forced gratitude. It's not about pretending everything is fine. It's about seeing through the noise to the truth that, beneath it all, life is still a gift. Gratitude is the act of looking at the chaos and saying, even here, there is goodness. You can find God in a song that moves you, in the warmth of sunlight through glass, in the sound of laughter, even in the pauses between words. You can find Him in the mess you thought He'd avoid. Grace doesn't leave when life gets messy, it gets closer. Maybe you've been waiting for your life to slow down before you can feel close to God again. But what if He's been walking beside you in every moment you thought was too ordinary? What if He's been speaking through the details, the timing, the coincidences, the interruptions that redirected your plans? God doesn't hide in mystery as much as we hide in distraction. So take a moment now to return to awareness. Feel the weight of your body, the rhythm of your breath, the sound of life continuing around you. You are still here. You are still guided. You are still loved. The Spirit doesn't need you to escape the noise. It needs you to anchor within it. Because peace that depends on silence will break as soon as the world wakes up. But peace that lives within you can't be taken away. This is what it means to walk with grace, to keep your heart soft when the world feels hard, to stay kind when others are harsh, to choose gratitude in the middle of uncertainty. That's how heaven moves through earth, quietly, through gentle souls who refuse to let noise steal their stillness. When your mind begins to race again, and it will, pause for just 1 second longer than you normally would. In that pause, you'll hear it, the soft hum of presence, the reminder that peace hasn't left you. It's right here, breathing with you. Think of your life as a song, sometimes fast, sometimes slow, sometimes dissonant, but always guided by rhythm. You don't have to control the melody. You only have to listen for the harmony beneath it. That's God's voice. It doesn't compete with the world's noise. It harmonizes with it, transforming chaos into music. The more you notice it, the more it grows. Awareness multiplies peace. Gratitude expands grace. And soon, even the noisiest day becomes a kind of prayer. If the day has already been long and your heart feels tired, don't fight it. Fatigue is not failure. It's just your soul asking for silence again. Let the noise settle. Let yourself slow down. You are allowed to rest even when the world doesn't. And when night returns, you'll find that peace was never gone. It was simply waiting for you to look for it again. The Spirit will still be whispering through the spaces between sounds, reminding you that sacredness was never lost in the noise. It was hidden there all along. Close your eyes. Feel the quiet returning to your body. You don't have to leave the world to be close to God. You only have to listen differently. The noise outside fades. The stillness within grows. You are anchored again. You are whole again. You are home again. And tomorrow, when the world wakes up, you'll carry this awareness with you, not as a fragile flame, but as a steady light. You will walk wisely. You will see beauty where others see hurry. You will bring calm where others bring rush. You will find God in places no one thought to look. Because peace is not a pause in the world's sound. It is the heartbeat of God, and it has always been within you. The letter once written to the Ephesians spoke quietly about being filled with light, about learning to live as children of that light, no longer drifting in darkness, but walking with clarity and grace. And maybe that's what this night is calling you to remember. The light was never lost, only hidden beneath the noise of the world. As the day finally settles into silence, your spirit begins to stir again. The body rests, but the soul listens. You can feel that familiar presence returning, soft, steady, kind. It doesn't come with a rush of emotion or a flash of vision. It arrives like dawn behind closed eyes. It's the inner light reminding you that you've never really been alone. Sometimes we forget what that light feels like. Life gets heavy, and the glow within us dims. We chase meaning, success, approval, things that shimmer for a moment and fade. But the light of grace is different. It doesn't fade when you stop striving. It waits patiently, ready to rise again when you remember to look inward instead of outward. That's what rest really is. Not just the absence of activity, but the return to yourself, to that quiet space where the divine still lives. The letter to the Ephesians speaks of being strengthened in the inner being. Tonight, that strength is returning. Not the kind that flexes outward, but the kind that holds you together gently when everything else falls apart. Take a slow breath. Let it fill the empty spaces of your chest. Feel how it expands quietly, how even your lungs seem to reach for light. You don't have to force peace to come. You only have to make room for it. The light within you doesn't need proof to exist. It doesn't depend on perfect faith. It simply is. Even when doubt lingers, even when fear whispers, even when you feel far from holy, the light keeps burning. Because grace doesn't withdraw when you falter. It stays. It waits. It believes in you when you stop believing in yourself. Perhaps that's the true meaning of redemption, not being rescued from life, but rediscovering life inside the very moments you thought were lost. When the Ephesians were told to stand firm, it wasn't about battle, it was about balance. It was a call to root yourself in peace so deeply that nothing external can uproot it. You don't have to fight the darkness anymore. You only have to shine through it. The world teaches us to measure light by brightness, but heaven measures it by presence. Even a small flame, steady and humble, can guide you through an entire night. Maybe tonight that's you, a small flame, still flickering, still believing, even after all you've faced. You may feel dim, but you are still burning, and that's enough. As you listen to the sound of rain or the soft hum of the night, remember that creation itself is at rest. The earth doesn't rush. The stars don't hurry. Even time seems to move slower in the presence of peace. That's the rhythm you belong to, not the speed of the world, but the pulse of eternity. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture the light within you growing brighter. It doesn't blind, it warms. It moves through your chest, through your shoulders, down your arms, until you feel surrounded by a soft glow. That's the Spirit renewing you. That's the same presence the ancient words spoke of, a light that transforms hearts, not through fear, but through love. You don't need to understand how transformation happens. It's not a formula, it's a flow. One moment of awareness, one act of forgiveness, one breath of gratitude. That's how the soul turns back toward the light. Maybe there are parts of your story you still carry with shame or regret. Let them go now. They were lessons, not life sentences. Grace has already rewritten them. The pages aren't torn, they're illuminated. The light of God doesn't erase your past, it reframes it. It turns pain into wisdom, failure into foundation, endings into openings. Everything you've lived has been preparing you to rest this deeply, to see this clearly, to love this freely. If tears come, let them. They are not signs of weakness, but proof that the heart is thawing. They are water for the seeds of renewal. You have survived so much more than you realize. Every night that tried to break you only refined you. Every silence that scared you only deepened your faith. That's what the light within has been doing, refining, shaping, preparing. And now, at last, you can feel it again, that warmth returning to your chest, that steady hum of peace. It's not the peace of pretending, it's the peace of presence. You are here, fully, and in this presence, everything belongs. The questions, the quiet, the gratitude, the uncertainty, they all have a place. Nothing needs to be fixed tonight. Nothing needs to be perfect. You only need to be willing to rest in the love that's already holding you. Take another breath. The world is softer now. The light feels closer. Even the air seems kinder. You are not reaching for heaven tonight. Heaven is reaching for you. It meets you where you are, in this bed, in this breath, in this ordinary miracle of being alive. Let it sink in that the same power that set the stars in place is sustaining you right now. The same wisdom that shaped galaxies shaped your story. And the same love that spoke light into the world still whispers it into you. You are the reflection of that love, not by achievement, but by existence. So rest in it. Rest like a leaf floating on water, held without effort. Rest like light fading into dusk, sure that morning will come again. Rest knowing that grace is still enough. The letter to the Ephesians ends with a blessing of peace and faith. Let that blessing be the final thought that carries you to sleep. That faith is not about striving, it's about trusting. And peace is not something distant, it's something you return to. You are returning now to stillness, to simplicity, to the light within. And when morning comes, you'll rise not because you must, but because grace will lift you gently into another day. For now, breathe. Let the night close softly around you. Let your mind empty itself of striving. Let your body sink deeper into rest. You are safe. You are whole. You are home. And the light that lives in you will never go out. Night has a way of testing what you believe. When the lights fade and the noise settles, every hidden thought rises to the surface. You feel what you've been avoiding. You remember what you meant to forget. Yet, even here, especially here, something holy begins to happen. A quiet presence moves through the dark, gentle as breath, sure as dawn. It is light, not the kind that blinds, but the kind that reveals. Darkness was never meant to be the enemy. It is the backdrop that lets the smallest flame be seen. The heart learns faith in these hours when nothing looks certain. The body grows still, the senses sharpen, and the soul remembers what it knew before fear taught it to doubt. That light is constant, even when unseen. Take a slow breath. Let it remind you that you are not lost. You are simply being guided by a different kind of vision. In daylight, you see with your eyes. At night, you learn to see with your spirit. The shadows don't hide truth, they make it clearer. They teach you to trust what you feel when you can't yet see. Sometimes we think faith is about holding on, but maybe it's also about letting go, releasing the need to control the path and allowing the light to lead. The letter that once spoke of walking as children of light wasn't commanding perfection, it was describing identity. You were made for brightness. Even when you've stumbled, the light within you never went out. Look back at how many nights you've survived. Each one felt endless until morning came. Each one refined you quietly. That's how divine strength works. It doesn't always rescue you from the dark. It teaches you how to shine in it. If your thoughts feel heavy tonight, imagine them drifting like clouds across a midnight sky. Behind them, the stars remain. Behind every worry, there is wisdom forming. Behind every tear, there is clarity waiting. You don't have to chase the light. You only have to stop running from it. There's a kind of peace that lives only in darkness, the peace of surrender. The moment you stop fighting the night, you start hearing its music. Crickets, rain, wind, all playing the same quiet song of trust. Creation isn't afraid of the dark, it rests in it. The earth itself breathes slower after sunset. Let yourself join that rhythm. Light in darkness isn't always a burst of revelation. Sometimes it's a single thought that whispers, "You are loved." Sometimes it's the warmth of a memory that reminds you of joy. Sometimes it's the courage to forgive yourself one more time. Think of how a candle behaves. It doesn't argue with the night. It simply keeps burning. That's all that's being asked of you, to keep glowing, however softly. You don't need to solve the darkness. You only need to stay open enough for light to pass through. When fear comes, don't push it away. Acknowledge it, then watch as it shrinks in the presence of calm awareness. Darkness loses power when it's met with gentleness. You are not fighting a battle tonight. You're learning a rhythm of trust. Every breath is part of that rhythm. Inhale peace, exhale tension. The body relaxes, the soul expands. You begin to sense that even here, God's hand is near, not distant, not demanding, simply near. The beauty of light is that it never needs to prove itself. It just shines. You don't have to prove your worth to deserve peace. You don't have to fix every broken thing before resting. You are allowed to be unfinished and still luminous. Imagine standing in a field beneath a sky full of stars, each one distant, yet their combined glow enough to light the path at your feet. That's how grace works. It gathers from countless unseen sources to show you the next step. You don't need to see the whole horizon. One step is enough. The mind likes answers, but the heart only needs assurance. And assurance comes not through explanations, but through experience. The quiet awareness that somehow, even in confusion, you are held. Let the night be your teacher. It will show you that darkness is not the absence of God. It's the canvas where His presence becomes visible. The deeper the dark, the clearer the light appears. If you close your eyes now, notice how even behind your eyelids, light flickers. The body remembers brightness. The spirit never forgets it. That's the miracle of being alive. You carry illumination within you. Somewhere in the distance, dawn is already forming. It's not visible yet, but it's inevitable. That's what hope is, the certainty of sunrise even when the horizon is black. So rest tonight not as someone escaping the dark, but as someone learning to glow in it. Let the warmth of grace settle into your bones. Let your breathing slow until it matches the heartbeat of peace itself. You are not forgotten in this silence. You are being refined, restored, and prepared. The light that lives in you will soon spill into morning. Sleep in that promise. Sleep in that peace. Sleep in that light. There's a kind of peace that logic can't touch. You can't reason your way into it or explain it to anyone. It arrives quietly, without warning, like a gentle tide that rises while you sleep. You don't make it happen, you simply awaken inside it. It's the mystery of peace, the kind that doesn't depend on what's happening around you, but on what's happening within you. The letter once written to the people of Ephesus spoke about a love that surpasses knowledge, a peace that goes beyond understanding. And maybe that's the key. It's not something you figure out. It's something you feel when you finally stop trying to understand everything. You spend so much of your life trying to solve, trying to fix, trying to explain. But peace isn't found in explanations. It's found in release. It's what fills the space left when you stop chasing control and start allowing grace to move freely again. Think about how the ocean behaves. On the surface, it can be wild, waves crashing, winds shifting, tides pulling. But if you go deep enough, it's always still. The deeper you go, the quieter it becomes. That's what peace is like. The surface of your mind may ripple with thoughts, but beneath them, there's an ocean of stillness waiting for you to sink into it. The mystery of peace is that it doesn't always look like calm. Sometimes it's strength and chaos. Sometimes it's clarity and confusion. Sometimes it's the ability to stand quietly while the storm shouts around you. Peace doesn't erase the storm. It teaches you how to rest inside it. Take a deep breath now. Feel the air entering your lungs. You don't have to do anything special to breathe. It happens on its own. That's how peace works too. You don't force it, you make space for it. It's already there, waiting to be noticed. You may not realize it, but the simple act of breathing is proof of grace. Each breath is a gift, unearned and constant. It connects the visible and the invisible, the body and the spirit. And somewhere in that rhythm, peace hides. Sometimes the mind will tell you that peace is impossible, that you'll rest once everything is solved, once the pain fades, once the future looks certain. But peace doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It blooms in the middle of imperfection. The more you try to grasp it, the more it slips through your fingers. The moment you let go, it stays. That's the mystery. It's like standing in sunlight. You can't capture it in your hands, but you can let it warm your skin. You can't own peace, but you can allow it to surround you. There will always be things unanswered, questions that echo, prayers that seem delayed, paths that twist in ways you didn't expect. But you don't need to understand every detail to be at peace. You only need to trust that meaning exists even when it's hidden. Peace doesn't come from knowing why. It comes from knowing who. From remembering that love itself is still here, breathing with you, walking with you, holding you through every uncertainty. When you let that awareness fill your mind, everything softens. The edges of fear blur. The noise of the world fades into something distant. The mystery of peace isn't that it solves problems, it changes how you carry them. You realize you don't have to fight every thought. You can let them pass like clouds across the sky. You don't have to suppress emotion. You can let it flow, knowing that the stillness beneath it remains untouched. Maybe that's what faith really is, the courage to rest even when you don't understand. The mind wants answers, but the soul just wants connection. And when you rest long enough in stillness, you begin to sense that connection again, to something larger, kinder, eternal. There's a verse that speaks of being rooted and grounded in love. That's the foundation of peace. It's not built on success, control, or clarity. It's built on trust. Trust that even when you fall, there's something underneath you that holds. Think of a tree standing through a storm. The wind bends it, the rain soaks it, but its roots go deep enough to keep it steady. That's what peace gives you, roots. You may sway, but you won't break. Right now, in this moment, nothing more is required of you. You don't have to solve tomorrow or heal yesterday. Just breathe. Let yourself exist fully in this now, where the mystery of peace is already unfolding. You might feel warmth spreading through your chest as you listen. That's what peace feels like when it arrives. It doesn't announce itself with words. It just settles. It doesn't ask for your effort. It asks for your trust. You've been searching for peace outside, in answers, in people, in plans. But it's been inside you all along, quietly waiting for your attention. Peace isn't a thing you find. It's a presence you remember. And tonight, you're remembering. As you lie in the dark, know that the same light that guided your ancestors, the same spirit that breathed life into the world, still moves within you. You are connected to something infinite. That's why peace feels familiar. It's your natural state. Everything else is temporary noise. Let this awareness rest on you like a blanket. Let it soothe the parts of you that still ache for certainty. Whisper to yourself, I don't need to understand everything to be at peace. Say it again softly in your heart until you believe it. Peace is here. Peace has always been here. The mind may doubt it, but the soul never forgets. And when the morning comes, it won't be that everything has changed. It will be that you have. You'll wake lighter, not because life suddenly became simple, but because you remembered that stillness is strength. That's the mystery of peace, not absence, but presence. Not escape, but embrace. So let go of the need to know. Let the night hold you. Let love breathe for you. Because even when you can't understand it, peace understands you. Somewhere between night and morning, there's a silence that feels different from all the others. It's the silence before awakening, soft, expectant, almost sacred. The world hasn't begun to stir yet, but you can sense it. Something is shifting. The air feels lighter, the darkness thinner, as if the universe itself is holding its breath. That's where God's whisper lives, in the quiet just before dawn, when you're neither fully asleep nor fully awake, when your soul listens better than your mind. It's not a voice made of sound. It's a knowing, a warmth, a stirring deep inside that says, you're not done. There's more light ahead. The letter once written to Ephesus spoke of awakening, of rising from the shadows so that light could shine through you. But awakening isn't always sudden. Sometimes it begins as a whisper, a pull so gentle you barely notice it. It might feel like hope when you thought there was none left. It might sound like calm in the middle of your confusion. God doesn't always call loudly. Sometimes He moves in subtleties, in the way your heart softens toward something you feared, in the way peace starts to feel possible again, in the small desire to keep going when you almost gave up. That's His whisper. You might have thought the night would never end, that the heaviness in your chest would stay forever. But even the longest night can't stop the dawn. The darkness doesn't lose to the light, it yields to it. And maybe that's what you're learning now. How to yield, how to let go of control so that grace can rise within you. There's something beautiful about this in-between hour. It's the bridge between what was and what's becoming. The mind is still quiet enough for truth to slip through. The spirit moves freely, like wind through open windows, clearing out what no longer belongs. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine that breeze, cool, clean, filled with light. Let it touch every part of you that feels tired. Let it sweep through the corners of your heart where fear still hides. Feel how even your breath changes when you let the air of grace move through you. This is what renewal feels like, not a loud transformation, but a gentle turning toward light. You don't have to understand what's happening. You only need to let it. The soul has its own timing, its own rhythm of awakening. The whisper before dawn is God reminding you that you are still growing, that you haven't missed your chance, that even now, something good is forming quietly within you. Maybe you've spent too long believing that you had to be strong all the time, that peace was something you earned through endurance. But peace is a gift, and strength often comes in the form of surrender. The dawn doesn't fight the night, it simply arrives. If you listen closely, you might feel gratitude rising in you for no reason at all. Gratitude for this breath, for this moment, for the light that's beginning to touch your heart again. That feeling isn't random. It's grace reminding you that you're alive, that you've been carried through the dark once more. Every sunrise you've ever seen was a sermon in silence. Without words, it preaches the same truth. Light always returns. Let that truth comfort you now. Let it sink deep enough to change how you see your life. There will always be moments of shadow, but none of them last forever. What matters is that you keep your heart open long enough to witness the return of light. In this in-between space, don't rush to wake fully. Let the transition be slow. Let it be holy. Sometimes we move too quickly past the miracle of beginnings. We go straight from relief to responsibility, from healing to hurry. But right now, you're invited to linger, to feel what peace feels like as it rebuilds you. Every breath is a reminder that life continues, even when you don't have the energy to force it. That's divine mercy, life renewing itself through you. Maybe there's something in your story you thought was over, a dream that dimmed, a part of you that grew silent. Listen closely, you might hear it again. Not demanding, not shouting, just whispering, I'm still here. The dawn always reveals what the night tried to hide, not to expose, but to heal. Take another deep breath. Feel your body relax as the tension of the night melts away. The sky outside, even if you can't see it yet, is already turning pale with the first hints of morning. The stars are fading, not because they've lost their light, but because the greater light is coming. That's how grace works too. It doesn't erase what came before, it fulfills it. It turns sorrow into softness, fear into faith, waiting into wisdom. And now, even as you rest, your soul begins to rise. You can feel it, the quiet strength returning, the inner glow warming your chest. It's not loud, but it's real. It's the whisper of God saying, you're safe now. You can rest. I am here. No matter how heavy the night felt, it couldn't keep you from this moment. You made it. You're still breathing, still listening, still open to light. That means the miracle already happened. You don't need to ask for more. You only need to notice what's already here. The mystery of dawn is that it doesn't ask you to do anything. It comes faithfully, whether or not you're ready. And when it does, you realize that God was never waiting for you to find Him. He's been here all along, whispering in the spaces between your thoughts, guiding you gently back to peace. As the light of the coming morning begins to bloom in your room, in your mind, in your heart, feel it touch every place that once felt empty. This is divine compassion unfolding, quiet and sure. You don't have to rise yet. Just let the whisper settle inside you like a promise. A promise that whatever this new day holds, you won't face it alone. A promise that grace doesn't end with sleep. It begins again with every breath. A promise that light will always find you, even here, even now. And when you finally open your eyes to morning, you'll realize that the whisper was never far away. It was the sound of God breathing life back into your soul. Rest in that. Trust it. Let it become the first thought you carry into the light, because the same voice that spoke to the dawn now speaks through you. Morning has arrived again, soft and steady. The light moves across the room, gentle and patient, touching everything without asking for permission. You can feel it on your skin before you even open your eyes, a warmth that reminds you that you've made it through another night. But something's different this time. The peace you felt in the dark didn't fade with the dawn. It's still here, resting quietly inside you. That's the eternal calm, the kind that doesn't depend on silence or darkness, but on presence. It's easy to think peace belongs only to the night, to those sacred hours when the world slows down and thoughts soften. But true peace isn't fragile. It doesn't disappear with the morning noise or the daily rush. The calm that comes from God is stronger than time, deeper than circumstance, untouched by the shifting hours of the day. Take a deep breath. Feel the air move through you. The same air that carried you through the night. Nothing has changed except the light around you, and yet the peace remains. That's how you know it's real. There's a kind of strength that doesn't shout or show itself in action. It's the strength of stillness, the ability to stay centered when everything else moves. The letter once written to Ephesus spoke about standing firm, not as warriors in a battle of noise, but as souls rooted in love. That firmness is calmness. It's not about resisting the world. It's about resting so deeply in grace that the world can't shake you. Life will always have its noise, the ringing phones, the endless plans, the unexpected moments that test your patience. But now you know that peace isn't something that waits for silence. It's something that lives beneath the noise. You can walk into your day with the same calm that carried you through the night. You can sit in traffic and still feel the quiet rhythm of your breath. You can face uncertainty and still feel anchored in trust. The eternal calm isn't a pause from life. It's the presence of life itself, seen through the eyes of faith. Maybe that's why some mornings feel sacred without reason. The world looks ordinary, but something within you is different. You feel lighter. You notice the way sunlight hits a window, the way the wind stirs a leaf, the way time slows down for just a second. That's the awareness peace brings, the ability to see holiness in what once seemed simple. When the letter to the Ephesians spoke about standing strong, it wasn't asking for effort, it was inviting alignment. To stand strong doesn't mean to harden. It means to root yourself in grace, to let peace flow through you the way light moves through glass, without resistance. Think about that for a moment. You don't have to create peace. You only have to stop blocking it. It's already within you, ready to rise whenever you remember it. You've been through seasons that tested you, nights that felt endless, days that blurred together, times when hope seemed thin. But here you are, breathing, awake, aware. The calm you feel now isn't borrowed. It's earned through endurance, deepened through trust, and made eternal through grace. If you listen carefully, you might hear it. Not the noise of the world, but the hum of creation continuing. Birds beginning their songs, wind brushing against trees, the soft pulse of life starting its cycle again. All of it moves with the same peace that fills you. That's what unity with the Spirit feels like. The realization that peace isn't yours alone, it's shared. You are part of something vast and gentle. You don't have to carry it all. You just have to flow with it. This calm won't always feel loud. It might whisper, it might flicker, but it will remain. Even in moments of doubt, it will linger quietly beneath the surface, waiting for you to return. Remember this: peace isn't something you keep by holding tight. It's something you keep by letting go, by trusting that grace will sustain what your hands cannot. As the day unfolds, challenges may come. Words may test your patience. Situations may push against your boundaries. But now you know where your anchor lies. You can pause in the middle of a storm and remember the stillness that lives beneath it. You can breathe and feel the eternal calm rising again like tide water over the noise. Peace isn't an escape. It's participation without losing yourself. It's being in the world, but not swallowed by it. When people see that peace in you, they might not understand it. They'll sense something steady, something unshaken, and wonder how you hold it. You don't have to explain. Just live it. Be the quiet presence that reminds others they can rest too. That's how peace multiplies, one calm heart at a time. Maybe today, someone will cross your path who needs that calm. Maybe your stillness will be their reminder that everything will be okay. You never know how far one peaceful soul can reach. This is the eternal calm, not an ending, but a continuation. The peace that began last night is expanding now, reaching into your morning, ready to follow you into the hours ahead. It will travel with you into conversations, decisions, even the unexpected. And when evening comes again, you won't need to search for it. You'll already know where to find it inside you, where it's always been. The world might call it strength. Heaven calls it stillness. It's the same grace that carried you through every dark hour, now alive in daylight. Close your eyes for a moment and feel it once more. That quiet pulse of peace inside your chest. That's eternity speaking, not loud, but clear. You are not outside of calm, you are made of it. You don't visit peace, you return to it. And no matter how many times the world tries to take it from you, it cannot. Because the peace that lives within you isn't temporary. It's divine. The sun is rising higher now. The world is awakening. But within you, the stillness remains. The eternal calm has become your home. Walk in it. Live through it. Rest within it. Because the light that began as grace last night is now the strength that will guide your day. There comes a moment near the end of every night when peace stops feeling like something you're reaching for and starts feeling like something that's holding you. That's where you are now, not searching, not striving, simply resting in what has already found you. The journey through this night has been one of remembering. You've walked through stillness, through shadow, through light, and now you stand at the edge of dawn with a heart made calm. The noise of the world is far away. The storms inside you have settled. What remains is quiet, not the silence of emptiness, but the silence of completion. You've learned what the ancient words were always pointing toward, that grace is not a theory, but a rhythm. It moves through every breath you take. It carries you even when you don't feel it. It rebuilds you in ways you can't see. This is the final blessing of rest, the awareness that you no longer need to do anything to deserve peace. Your peace. It lives within you now, steady and sure. As you lie here, the light of a new day is waiting just beyond the horizon. The first glow of morning is forming, but it doesn't rush you. It honors your stillness. Even the sun knows to rise slowly, to let the world adjust to the gift of light. Take one last deep breath. Let it fill you from the inside out. You've been carried by unseen hands, guided by a love that never sleeps. The same presence that guarded you in darkness will walk beside you in light. You might not feel completely ready for tomorrow, that's okay. Readiness is not about control, it's about trust. The peace you found tonight isn't something you'll lose with the morning, it's something you'll bring with you. When you open your eyes, the world will look the same walls, the same sky, the same quiet hum of life. But you will be different. You'll move slower, speak softer, love deeper. You'll live from a place of awareness, where grace is no longer a distant idea, but a constant presence. The letter once written to Ephesus ended with a blessing, "Peace to all who love with faith." And that's what this moment is, a living blessing. Peace to you who have listened. Peace to you who have endured. Peace to you who are learning to rest without fear. The world may not understand what you carry now. It may still rush and shout and chase, but you will know something it doesn't, that peace is not found in noise, but in surrender. That calm is not weakness, but wisdom. That faith is not a question of sight, but of trust. If your heart still feels heavy, let it be. Peace isn't about erasing feeling, it's about holding it gently. The Spirit moves even through tears. Every emotion has its place here. Every breath is part of the prayer. Whisper your gratitude now, even if it's wordless. Let it rise quietly like incense. Thank you for this night, for this breath, for this calm that doesn't depend on understanding. Somewhere beyond your window, light is spilling over the earth again. It's reaching oceans and forests, mountaintops and cities, waking everything that once rested. You are part of that awakening, a small reflection of divine rhythm, rest, rise, renew. You don't have to rush toward the light. It will find you. It always does. For now, you can remain in this sacred stillness a little longer. You've earned it. You've traveled far through your own thoughts, your own heart, and you've arrived here, not to an ending, but to a new beginning disguised as quiet. This is what peace truly is, not the absence of life, but the fullness of it. The steady awareness that you are surrounded, sustained, and deeply loved. Let that awareness settle into your chest like sunlight through soft clouds. It will stay with you. When the day becomes loud, it will whisper again. When worry returns, it will remind you how it feels to rest. You don't have to keep searching for God. You only have to remember how it feels when He's near, and He's near now, closer than thought, closer than breath. As the world begins to wake, imagine this calm spreading from your body to your home, from your home to others, a ripple of quiet kindness moving outward. Every peaceful thought creates light. Every gentle action becomes grace in motion. That's how the world heals, not through noise, but through people who remember how to rest in love. And you are one of them. You are light in the world, even when you don't try to be. You are proof that peace can live in human form. Let that be your quiet mission now, to move through life with the same calm that carried you through this night. And if ever you forget, return here. Return to stillness. Return to the breath that connects heaven and earth. Return to the rhythm that never ends. Because rest isn't just what happens when you close your eyes. It's what happens when your heart opens again. May the grace that found you tonight follow you into tomorrow. May the love that held you in the dark continue to shine through your days. May the peace that filled this hour become the way you live. This is your blessing of rest, not an ending, but a continuation. Now breathe. Let go. Be still. The night has done its work. The soul is calm, and all is well.